everybody, welcome back to Myles Stephenson's YouTube channel. Hello. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is okay. I hope you enjoyed the last video that I uploaded onto my YouTube. It's been a while. I've been busy, but we're back now. We're back with a bang. We're back with a vengeance. Yeah? All right. So today's video is, I put up a tweet basically the other day saying music production questions. Shoot, basically. So the tweet is here. So it said music production questions, shoot. Simple. And we got a few responses with some, actually, there were some good questions from people that I didn't expect would want to know. But we're here and I love it. Thank you for all the questions asked. We'll roll through a few and I'll answer some of the questions that some of you asked. Also, wait, before we get into it, here are my socials. Jasmine told me to do this. Shout out, Jasmine. Instagram. Wait. Ready? Instagram. Twitter. Twitch. You know you're on my YouTube already, so you don't need my YouTube one. No messing around. Let's get straight into it. Ariana's side chick asked, if someone was to start making their own music, what would be your starter tip? So my starter tip, Ariana's side chick, would be, what would be my starter tip? Understand what type of music that you want to make. And maybe start off by doing the music that you like listening to. It'll make it a lot easier. Yeah, that would be a good starter tip. It would be make the music that you listen to first, because obviously your ear will have a little knack for it. You'll be able to pick it up slightly better if you do a genre that you listen to already, be it pop, trap, drill, whatever. Just start on something that you know already. Wood's new TTV, shout out Wood as well. Big love Wood. He always turns up on my Twitch as well. What's your favorite microphone to record with? So I've got a few. So I've got a Rode microphone that I don't really use. I've got an AKG, but my microphone of choice at the moment is the Neumann. I love the Neumann. I think I've got the 103. Yeah, I've got the Neumann 103. Great microphone. Sounds amazing on most people, but the thing is with microphones, different microphones sound better when different artists are using them. But the one that I'm using on most of my artists and myself and Rak-Su are using is the Neumann 103. Okay, so an Instagram question from Gaza La Maria. Who inspired you to become a music producer, by the way? Your beats are fire. First off, thank you, Gaza. Appreciate it. No one really inspired me. I think being around music a lot inspired me to want to produce more. I've always produced. I've produced from when 16, but I've done little bits in here and there, and there were terrible instrumentals. But I think seeing actual credible producers and massive producers that we've worked with, who Rak-Su have worked with, made me want to produce my own stuff more as well. But I've always wanted to produce. There wasn't anybody inspiring. There's people that inspire me musically, but production wise, no, I wanted to test the boundaries and see how far I could go. Kish Singh 1 asked best app. So the best app I use Logic Pro X. So I'm a Logic user. I've got a Mac, and I find Logic is best for me. Now, I haven't done it as of yet, but a producer, a good friend of mine, Ebenezer, check him out, people. Check his Spotify out. It's Ebenezer. Unbelievable producer. He's a massive producer. This guy's going to be the next big thing. He's going to shut down everything. But anyway, he told me to use Fruity Loops for drums. So for percussion, so drums, snares, kicks, hi-hats, whatever it is, toms, rims. He told me to use Fruity Loops because Fruity Loops actually processes them better and they kick more, they punch more. So I need to start doing that out. But shout out Ebbs for actually putting me onto that. That guy is a wizard. Anyway, next question. Asteria. Any advice for beginners wanting to start producing music, e.g. software? Again, Logic is the best I use, and the software I use, and I find it best for me. And yeah, like I said in the previous question, start with a genre that you already know and try and learn a bit of music theory. I taught myself the piano. I'm not the best at it, but I'm good enough to produce. I can play sounds, and I can play progressive chords and stuff like that. So I taught myself that, but yeah, maybe try and learn the piano or the guitar or an instrument. It makes it a lot easier. And just use your ears, test your ears, listen to different styles of music, different types of music, and learn everything from the drum patterns. Drum patterns is a massive part of a song. Massive. Like drum patterns, my music probably gets about 30% better if I make my own drum pattern and make that drum pattern stand out. So yeah, just try and find your own signature thing that you think that's yours, that you own. Next question. Marie Brund asked, have you ever made your own songs before you met the other guys? Yes, I did. I think. Yeah, I used to make... So me and my stepbrother used to make music back in the day when we was about 14, and they were terrible songs. It was terrible. They weren't even songs. They were just 16 for 16 grime tracks that we would take from Screwface and Stimpy back in the day when they were saying Screwface and Stimpy, the production. And we would just freestyle over them. Terrible lyrics. Didn't know what I was saying, and it probably didn't make sense. But yeah, I've got songs of my own for Rak-Su. But me and Ashley have songs with each other before Rak-Su as well, because obviously we've known each other for so long. So yeah, that is that question answered. Hannah_May.xox has asked, does it take hours to create a song? Do you know what? If all the juices are flowing, and everybody in the room is vibing, I've made a song in 20 minutes. I've produced the song in 20 minutes, and we've written and recorded it within 35. That was like, everything was just flowing perfectly. But then sometimes songs take weeks. There's songs that I haven't even finished from months ago. I just don't feel like I can go back to that specific song yet. So yeah, it all varies. Sometimes it just clicks, and sometimes it takes a bit longer, and you have to revisit things over and over and over again. So yeah, you can't put a time frame on it. But the quicker it is, normally me, the better I think the song is. The quicker I make the song or the instrumental or write the lyrics, I think the song is better that way. Okay, so Miriam_Amara_Elliot. I assume that's Ami. How long does it take you to produce music, and how do you get the sound? How do you get the perfect sound? Now, for me, you can never have a perfect sound in music. I think going back to songs is probably, once it's been mixed and stuff like that, it's probably the worst thing you can do, because you hear things that you didn't hear pre-mix, and you hear things and you want to then add to more. And the thing is with production, you can overproduce. Now, for me, when I'm with artists, if I'm in a production session with an artist, I don't produce it fully. I like to get their vocals on the track first, and then I'll produce it afterwards or during, because it's very easy to overproduce when you're in a room by yourself just making beats. Very easy to overproduce. So for me, yeah, I think it's just take time and work around the artist. The artist doesn't work around you. At the end of the day, the artist's vocals are the main thing, and that's what you want to showcase the most. And if the instrumental behind it can showcase the artist the best, then I think that's a perfect sound for me personally. Okay, so Millie Lois.x has asked, what is a tip someone gave you that helped you? So I mentioned it already, but a producer that I look up to very, very, very highly, and as a person in general, I look up to him and I see him as a brother, is Ebenezer. Once again, go check him out. He gave me the drum loop percussion tip about using Fruity Loops because it processes it more and makes it more punchy. But his style of production and his brain, his thought process behind things musically is like genuinely, I think it's the best I've come across. I think he's up there with the all-time greats. I think what he does on a song, on an instrumental or writing wise, I think he's up there with the greatest. That's why he's writing for the likes of Neo, ASAP Rocky. He's producing for the ASAP Rocky camp and stuff like that. So I think the more credible you are, I think the more inspiration I get out of, the more credible he is, the more inspiration I get out of him, because what he's doing is obviously working. But he doesn't just come, when we go into a session with him, he doesn't just come in and produce a beat and leave and write a song and leave. He'll come in, we'll sit down, he'll talk about what sounds he's going to use, why he's using that sound specifically, why he's taking the chord to somewhere that I wouldn't normally take it to and stuff like that. So I think, yeah, Ebenezer, he's probably the most inspiring producer I've ever been in a studio with, and as a person, he's just family. And that's it, guys. It was going to be a 5-minute video. It's turned out to 13 minutes and 10 seconds. So shout out Jasmine, because you're going to hate me for editing this now. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of my answers in the comments. If there's any producers watching this video, throw your tips in there. If you produce for Justin Bieber, if you produce for Derek down the road, let me know your tips. I wanna hear your tips and see if I can use them on my production. And then if you want any tips, I'll also give them as well. Guys, thank you to everyone that has watched this video. Thank you to all the love and support that you have shown so far on my YouTube video. YouTube is popping off, it's getting bigger, and we're growing as a team. So I appreciate it, everybody that's watching these videos and resharing, subscribing, following, and all of that jazz. If you like the video, people, like the video as always. Follow, subscribe, hit the button, follow all of my socials. Guys, love you all. Stay safe. Big love.